Mr. Speaker, she's pointing at me. She looks absolutely miserable. Labour MPs, yeah, she looks absolutely miserable. Labour MPs, they can point as much as they like. The fact is, Labour MPs are going on the record saying that the Chancellor is toast, and the reality is that she is a human shield for his incompetence.
Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me again. It would have been amiss for me to not make a video today about what happened in parliamentary questions. We've had this week a disastrous U-turn, another U-turn by the Labour Party, and now today something has obviously happened behind the scenes, because we had Rachel Reeves, our Chancellor, crying on the benches as Keir Starmer was telling us how great he is. Utterly disastrous. Something's gone on. There's lots of rumours swirling about what's happened. Nobody really knows. They're trying to pass it off as a personal thing for her, but clearly it's not. And there she was. What a spectacle! The Chancellor of the Exchequer crying, tears rolling down her face, crying at parliamentary questions. Unbelievable. I mean, I think it's probably come from the fact that this welfare bill has been watered down to a degree that it's actually going to cost more money when it was supposed to save money, which would, I guess, help her pay for certain things without going to the public in the autumn and asking for tax rises, which looks like it's inevitable now. But I guess we'll find out. Will she still be there? Will she last another week? I can't imagine if she's... I mean, when you look at her face, it looks like she's been under incredible stress and crying quite a lot, to be honest. I mean, the bags under her eyes. I mean, she looks like she's been extremely upset. So something's gone on. It's obviously not hay fever like Sky News are reporting, and ITV News, unbelievably. Something's gone on, and I guess we may find out in a few days' time. Can she hang on? He will try to keep her in place, presumably because she protects him. Once she's gone, he is massively vulnerable, Keir Starmer. But it's an interesting situation, that's for sure. But I've got a little bit of video to show you of what happened, and so you can see for yourself and judge for yourself. And I'd love to hear your comments on what you think it is, whether you think it's hay fever or not, and see where we go. Okay, so here we go with the video, and you can judge for yourself.
The welfare bill was there to plug a black hole created by the Chancellor. Instead, they're creating new ones. She looks... Mr. Speaker, she's pointing at me. She looks absolutely miserable. Labour MPs, yeah, she looks absolutely miserable. Labour MPs, they can point as much as they like. The fact is, Labour MPs are going on the record saying that the Chancellor is toast, and the reality is that she is a human shield for his incompetence. In January, he said that she would be in post till the next election. Will she really?
She certainly won't. Mr. Speaker, I have to say I'm always cheered up when she asks me questions or responds to a statement, because she always makes a complete mess of it and shows just how unserious and irrelevant they are. But she talks about the black hole. They left a £22 billion black hole in our economy, and we're clearing it up. And I'm really proud, Mr. Speaker, that in the first year of a Labour government we got free school meals, breakfast clubs, childcare. got £15 billion invested in transport in the North and the Midlands. We're cutting regulation, planning and infrastructure is pounding forward, building 1.5 million homes, the biggest investment in social and affordable housing. And of course, Mr. Speaker, the 3 trade deals. Remember the ones that they couldn't get, including the US trade deal. On Monday, those tariffs came down. That secured the jobs at JLR. That's who we care about on this side of the House.
How awful for the Chancellor that he couldn't confirm that she would stay in place. Yeah. He talks about this year in office. This week marks the first anniversary of Labour coming into office. And let's have it. Yes. The whips can't get them in the lobbies, but they can get them to chair at the right time. Yeah. The fact is, his own MPs are saying this government is, and I quote, incoherent and shambolic. That's Liverpool Wavertree that said that. I could go on and on. But the fact is, it's been mistake after mistake after mistake. There is no plan to get people into work. There is no plan to cut the welfare budget. There is no strategy. There is just a series of humiliating U-turns like winter fuel, like grooming gangs. Mr. Speaker, what's really shocking is that every other party in this House voted for even more welfare spending yesterday. Yes, those MPs behind him and the Lib Dems and Reform. The Conservative Party believes that this country needs to live within its means. We know what we believe, Mr. Speaker, but this is a Prime Minister who has U-turned on everything he's done in office, including his own speeches, because he doesn't know what he believes. With left-wing Labour MPs now running the government, isn't it working people who will now pay the price?
Mr. Speaker, this is why she always cheers me up. She talks about living within their means, having left a £22 billion black hole. Mr. Speaker, she talks about the first year. I'm really proud of our first year in government. We promised, Mr. Speaker, 2 million extra NHS appointments. We've delivered 4 million. A promise made and a promise delivered. We promised the biggest upgrade to workers' rights in a generation within the first 100 days. Promise made, promise delivered. We promised free breakfast clubs. That's a promise made and a promise delivered. Banning bonuses for water bosses who pollute our rivers. That's the mess they left. A promise made and a promise delivered. Creating GB Energy. A promise made and a promise delivered. The largest increase in defence spending since the last Labour government. A promise made and a promise delivered. And putting more money in the pockets of working people, particularly the 3 million who are the lowest paid through the national minimum wage.
What a joke. Putting more money in people's pockets. Are they joking? People are absolutely on the last legs in terms of being able to afford just the basic of things. You know, he's taken so much money out of people's pockets. He gives in one hand and then takes away with the other. It's disgusting. How he can say that, gaslighting us like that, it's just disgusting. It's despicable.
A promise made and a promise delivered. We're only getting started. The Chancellor has led on all these issues and we're grateful to her for it.
So there we go. I'll leave it up to you to decide what you think about that. Obviously something's gone on. I mean, there's rumours going around that there was an altercation with the Speaker before question time, parliamentary question time, that she'd had some sort of altercation with Keir Starmer and he wasn't talking to her, that she'd got hay fever, or that it was a personal matter, which if it was a personal matter, surely you wouldn't even be made to come in there and sit and go through that, surely. If something had happened in your personal life with a family member or something, you wouldn't be asked to drag your arse into parliamentary question time. So it's got to be something political that's happened, and I think it's probably a row with Starmer. That's looking like the most, liable, like sort of most obvious thing, really, I guess, that has happened. So we'll see what happens in the next few days, because obviously everybody's talking about it now. It's all over the press. How can she continue after she's cried in public like that? Presumably trying to say it's a personal thing, because if it's not a personal thing, then it makes her look really bad if it's to do with her job, which she wasn't qualified for in the first place, and she'd never been in that job. She lied on her CV, everybody knows that now. She's not up to the job. It's a tough job, and you've got to be tough to do it. It's not just about getting the job and being proud of getting the job. You've got to actually do the job. You've got to be competent enough to do the job. You've got to be tough. You've got to be extremely clever. You've got to be a great speaker, and you've got to have a personality. And I don't think she's got any of those things. So anyway, we'll see. Just thought we'd better put a video out about it because it was really, really interesting today, and it could be the start of the demise already of the current leadership, as it were, in Parliament, and certainly the front bench. So there we go. Please leave a comment, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.